Tell me what you're carrying.
So my everyday carry is very simple. I have the standard Glock 48. I carry that with a self-defense round in it from Keystone Munitions. I carry it in a sticky holster. The reason why I like sticky holster is, one, it's super comfortable. So you don't really know it's there. It's not like a Kydex holster where it applies pressure to you via a hard surface. A sticky holster is essentially a wetsuit made by really smart people, and somehow it stays attached to the body. It doesn't slide or move around or anything. So I'm super impressed by this. It was kind of a difficult transition for me because I'm so used to being operational, whether it's either overseas or anything like that, and I'm used to carrying a hard Kydex holster either outside the waist or inside my waist. So this was kind of new to me, but it's very versatile. I can appendix carry, I can put it the small on my back, I can put it on my hip. I love it for in and out of my vehicle because I can just grab the whole holster, throw it in my center console, right back into my waistband, and the gun never has to come unholstered, where if it was in some kind of hard Kydex that's fastened to my body, it's a pain to get it off, or it's through the belt loops. Now the gun's unholstered, so I need another holster for my truck, etc., etc. So I really like this product. The gun itself, you can't beat it in my opinion. The Glock 48 is the Glock 19 essentially cut in half. So what you have is a single stack 9mm. It carries 10. There's companies out there. Shield Arms is one of them. You can get I think it's a 14 or 15 round mag for this, again in a single stack version. So for me, it's got enough firepower to sustain me to get out of a bad situation. And I always keep 2 spare mags in my vehicle. So my mental philosophy is, if at all costs, use my everyday carry gun to get out of harm's way. So my mindset is shoot my way to my truck, get to my truck. That's where I have another source of ammunition, and normally that's where I carry a long gun, is in my truck, which would be my AR-15. My other things for my everyday carry is probably the second most important thing is my cell phone. If this comes out, this is coming out next. I'm in a situation where I felt the need to either present the use of deadly force or actually use deadly force. So immediately following there, it's probably a phone call to 911 to report the incident, tell them what's going on, get some law enforcement coming my way, and then hang up and then call my lawyer right away. Justin McShane from the McShane Law Firm. He would be on speed dial saying, "Hey bro, I just discharged my firearm in a self-defense event. This is probably the local precinct that I'm heading to. Can you please come meet me there?" So that is important. The other thing that always goes with me is a pocket knife. I think this is one of the most underrated tools that people overlook every day. Not only from a defense standpoint, God forbid I don't have my firearm, or I'm in a building somewhere where I can't carry a firearm, but I can carry my knife. It is a defensive weapon, but it's also multi-purposeful, cutting zip ties, cutting open a bag of chips, whatever. But like I said, a good knife, I carry a Kershaw knife with me. I really like the weight of it. It's very balanced. It's got a good shield here to keep my fingers off the blade. I've used this for hunting scenarios where I didn't have my field knife, so I've used this gut animals when I'm waterfowl hunting. Normally this is the knife that comes with me to breast out the waterfowl that we kill for the day. And that's pretty much it that I carry every day religiously. Would be these items right here. I think it's very important that in today's climate now, that everybody not only has a gun and owns a gun, but learns how to use it, learns how to shoot it, and then gets very comfortable and confident with doing that. Today's world is not the world we once knew. It can kick off at a moment's notice, anytime, any place, for no rhyme or reason. There's a lot of tension in the air, so I always feel better when I have my gun. And it becomes a thing now where if I don't have my gun, it's almost like an anxiety attack. Like, if I lose this device, or don't have this device on me, you know, and realize as I'm pulling out of the driveway, it's flip a U-turn real quick, pull back in, run back inside, and grab either my cell phone or my gun. So everyday carry is quintessential in today's environment. I recommend everybody carry a gun, but if you're going to carry a gun, do it right. Learn how to use it. Come down here, take a lesson, learn the correct way. Not everybody on YouTube is actually a good firearms instructor, so don't believe all the shit that you see on the internet. It can get yourself into a bad situation. Another big thing is U.S. Law Shield. U.S. Law Shield is a great program to be involved in. Basically, it's like car insurance essentially, but for the individual in the event that they use a firearm. You get legal representation within 2 hours of wherever you are, and it's free of charge. So if you're ever in an event where you discharge a firearm, you know, defense of yourself or those around you, and you're going down and you don't call the McShane Law Firm, you can just, if you're a Law Shield member, and I think it's, you know, not that much, it's just like a monthly fee that you pay for, and like I said, it's kind of like car insurance. So another good thing to have, tips and trades. Also in my truck, I carry a med kit. That is huge. If guns come out, there's going to be holes in people. You're going to have to stop the bleeding. Stop the bleeding, you know, happens very quickly. I think you got between 60 and 120 seconds before, you know, the blood loss is so sufficient that, you know, loss of life occurs. So in my med kit, real quick, I got 2 tourniquets in there. They're cat style tourniquets. Been through courses, I've applied them in Iraq and Afghanistan to wounded Marines, so I'm very familiar with them. I keep a component called combat gauze, so I keep 2-3 packs of combat gauze in there, some band-aids, electrical tape, and a small roll of duct tape in there. That way, God forbid, you know, you get something that's like a stomach wound, something like that, rip a t-shirt off real quick, pack the wound as tight as possible, apply some duct tape so that you can get it down there, or if you have some kind of sucking chest wound, you know, you can find something else, a bag or something laying around, you know, to put over a sucking chest wound, but you need something to hold it to the body. So duct tape, electrical tape's a good thing to have in the truck too as well. So, and also in the truck, I also keep a small bottle of oil plus some random ammunition at all times. So that's pretty much my basic rundown. I feel very confident in the amount of supplies I carry, stuff like that. I feel like I never will be in a situation, hopefully in America, that would require me to run out of ammo, because I'd probably be on the headlines of major news networks, and it'd probably be a very bad day for me in the Armory. But like I said, with the way that things are going today, you can never be too safe, and so your critical life-saving stuff, i.e. the med kit and your everyday carry, could be the big difference of you living or dying any day.
Well, thank you for sharing.
Yep.